Hi everyone, Michelle here. Today is Tuesday, and I know that's kind of a weird day for an introduction to a week of plant chores, but I'm just now sitting down to go ahead and do this quick little introduction. What I wanted to say is this week is kind of a different week. I've done some plant chores. The first day, Sunday, or actually it was Saturday, unfortunately, I have no sound. Everything's going to be on fast forward, which is probably not such a bad thing, as I was filming how to spray for mites and other pests, so it probably needed to be fast forwarded anyway. Then yesterday I filmed watering some plants, and of course my microphone went dead, so there's going to be a voiceover for that. Today, Tuesday, I took a look at my prop box, and thankfully the microphone works for that one. So I can't say as I'm going to have this for the entire week, as I'm having surgery on Friday. So I'm going to kind of be out of commission. What I'm hoping to do is I'm hoping to go ahead and film my chores for the week and then be able to finish editing while I'm laid up, and hopefully get this video to post over the weekend. This is my first video on my new @herrenfam1 channel. For those of you who migrated over from the herrenfam channel, I really appreciate it. I had some trouble with Google and YouTube. They kept saying that I was having invalid clicks and watching commercials for an invalid length of time, and all sorts of really weird things that I had no idea what they were talking about. So after weeks and weeks of it, I just decided to just go ahead and make a new channel. And so I hope that you enjoy this week of plant chores and other plant activities. And this is a new one for me. This is the first time I've ever filmed anything like that. So I hope you enjoy how I edit such videos. Please leave a comment down below. If you like what you see, please subscribe. Please leave a comment. Please like this video. It helps get the word out to all the people that don't know I had to switch. But that's all I have for now. So let's go ahead and get this show rolling, and I'll see you at the end. Thanks. Bye. Voiceover Michelle here. The first thing I had to do, and the longest part of the entire project, is take out all the plants out of the cabinets and put them outside. It was such a labor-intensive step, and one that I really dislike. Thankfully, my family was kind enough to help me move everything outside. I am also spraying down my daughter's plants, so my husband and son are bringing down all of her plants from upstairs and taking them outside to join mine. I do not know what I would have done without my family. I'm starting to remove my plants from the high humidity detolf cabinet first. This cabinet retains almost as much heat as the Millsbo cabinet you see behind me, so the plants inside this detolf tend to grow quite well. I'd like to steal away with you, my darling, you, my baby. I have so much to give to you. My love, my love, my love, my love is bigger for you.
When the day is done, you'll still be the one. With you, my darling, you, my baby, I have so much to give to you. My love, my love, my love, my love is bigger for you. For you. It's bigger.
I have some thirsty plants on this shelf, like this Bella. Most of the plants need watering, especially my Scindapsus. I continue to really struggling with keeping them hydrated and thriving and happy. Instead, mine continue to look curled up and unhappy, like this one over here. This is pretty wrinkled. And here is my Rebecca. I have two parts. This is the original section, and you'll see the cuttings later. They are both on this shelf, so I'll be able to water them quickly. I need to get my watering can to come back up to pressure, so in the video I'm pausing to talk until the watering can quits making noise. Voiceover Michelle here is laughing because I know you can't hear it. Okay, I'm going to first water the rest of the plants on this shelf before attending to the Rebecca in the back. I'll definitely have some dry plants on this shelf because it is next to the front door. And here is my original Rebecca taken out of her cover pot so you can see her roots. At one time, this plant had root rot so bad, I cut everything off of her that wasn't absolutely dead, and what I was left with was a few leaves on this plant and some sad cuttings. And over the past 18 months, this plant has really grown into a beautiful plant. But let's put her back as it's dripping onto me and begin to water the cuttings. Now here is the second half of the Rebecca. These are the cuttings taken from the main plant, the last plant you saw. These cuttings looked so scraggly for such a long time until they grew in. This shelf hosts smaller hoyas, dischidia, and ripsalis. This ripsalis I'm watering now I've had for almost 4 years. I've almost killed it and brought it back several times. I really like it if I can keep it growing and happy. I bought another intervariegated Bertonier to go in the pot with this one. It's in my prop box right now. In the back, I have a standard Croniana that dries out really fast. It gets a lot of yellow leaves when it totally dries out. I can't keep it watered enough to keep it happy. The one plant I know needs a lot of water right now is my jade plant. I know it's hard to see with the bright light in the center of my shelf, but it's now 4 thick stems that are growing many leaves and branches on their own. The one tip I definitely want to share with you relates to watering cans. If you have a misting nozzle on your spray wand, take it off. You will be able to water so much faster that way. Once I remove the misting nozzle from my spray wand, the water flows very quickly, and I can water a plant in 2 to 3 seconds instead of 10 or so seconds or more per plant. Now when I press the spray handle, I get a much higher flow of water emerge. This is the dark corner of my entryway that needed a planty touch. So I have some plants that don't mind lower light. A ZZ plant, a euphorbia, a hoya carnosa, and a phalaenopsis orchid. Although it looks dark right now, it was nighttime when I recorded this. This corner does receive sunlight. It's just a lower amount. The carnosa is in leca, which makes it my last and only plant still in leca. But it's growing quite well, and I don't want to mess with it and upset its equilibrium. The ZZ plant seems to be doing well also. I noticed my orchid has a new leaf growing, which is really awesome. It seems that the only plant here that isn't growing well is the euphorbia. I need to give it a place with more light, but I don't really have room for such a tall plant somewhere. This plant might need to go to a new home. This is my silver sword. It's currently in a no drainage pot. I water it thoroughly when I do water it, then let it slowly dry out completely before watering it again. I've never had a problem with root rot or anything like that. It's been a really long time since I lost a leaf on this plant. This is what I call my plant wall. This is where my largest plants and my plants on large trellises live. This is an open air, low humidity environment. The humidity in this area ranges around 20%. It can be a hard environment to acclimate to, but the plants here have done so. Over the last year, these shells have evolved to carrying mostly hoyas. I never would have thought I'd have so many large hoyas living in such low humidity, but plants always surprise me. They do tend to grow a lot slower on this shelf than they do, say, in my Millsbo cabinet, where it's 85% humidity. Also, the plants that are not hoyas on this shelf are philodendrons, which also tend to surprise me. For example, I never thought I'd have a mame on a shelf in room conditions. These shelves are in a pretty dark area of the house, so we installed 4-foot-long T8 lights to keep the plants happy. I figured we'd end with this little view of my fish aquarium. I figured you'd see that even with a fish aquarium, I'd have plants in it. Even underwater, you have to have plants. So there is my tour of my plants in my house. What I thought I would do is go ahead and take a little tour of my plant prop box and see what's in there and what we need to do with it. So let's go ahead and take a look. Okay, so here is the prop box as is. I need to go in here and take a look at what needs to be watered. Most everything needs to be watered. And where everything looks like this is my most recent Clementiorum. And I'm feeling the leaf, testing the roots in there, seeing how they're doing. This is still a little floppy, so those roots that are in there are not quite showing me that they're all the way rooted or that they're all the way there to support a full-size cutting. So this has still got to spend some time in the prop box. This is one of many crassipediolata cuttings. I have quite a few. This one needs water very bad. This one also needs water very bad. And this one also needs water very bad. You can see that husk is dry. So I will get a watering can in here and water these just as soon as my son wakes up. See, this one's really dehydrated. Look how dehydrated that leaf is. That needs some TLC ASAP. I may have to set that one aside. This is a intervariegated Bertonier that I got from the Home Depot. I just put it in there to chill out until I can repot it. These are some cuttings that are ready to pot up. A little Hushkiliana green and a Polynura cutting. This is the stump of a Spardioides. I can't let it go. I keep trying to water it, hoping that it will eventually improve to a plant, but it doesn't look like that it's turning into a plant. I'm looking at the plant now, and here's the roots. The roots don't really look that good. So I think that's probably a goner. And here, this is moistened, but this is one of the trimmings, one of the cuttings. See, this is how big crassipedillatas will grow when you aren't paying attention to them. This one has really grown quite a ways. And another one, see, you can see the original leaf. You can see the original leaf right here. And then all of this is all new leaf. So all of this is grown in the prop box. And you can see they are much lighter in color than the original leaf. This is an ovifolia. Now it's known as a verticillata. It doesn't really remind me much of a verticillata, so I'm going to have problems with that for a while. But this has been sun stressed, so that's why it's kind of a lime green color. All right, now these are on to, let me go ahead and finish the ones that I had in here. This is a cutting I took because the plant wasn't doing that good. See, there's a yellow leaf here, but look, new leaf forming right here, which means that hopefully I can take a cutting right here and have a new shoot that is good to cut from. This is a rainbow peperomia. At least this is a rainbow peperomia. At least it's supposed to be a rainbow peperomia. It's kind of getting beat up, so it needs to get out of the prop box. And this is a Morillii that has grown in the prop box. All wonky leaves, so can't be sold as nothing. But hey, it's something. Okay, now we're almost back down to the new stuff. This is a Sarawak big green leaf. This one's been sun stressed a lot, and this one's been really sun stressed a lot. So you can take this and root it. It's got plenty of roots. So there's that. And then here's all the plants that I'm currently propagating. And the first one is this Sarawak No ID. And this is a little cutting that is so cool. The plant has little abs on the leaves. See if you can see any of them. But I just love the leaves on this, and I can't wait to get myself a full plant of it. So I am keeping it in moss inside the prop box. This is Dischidia ovata one stripe. And what I did was I wrapped it around the pot, try and give it places it can attach to. But it doesn't look like it really wants to do that. I'll have to pin it down. It's hard to keep it down on the dirt. Next, there is this little Lacanosa tricolor Bruno. It looks like it's doing so good so far. The leaves look nice and turgid. They look firm. This looks like it's starting a new growth point right now. So this looks good. And then we have a Wilbur Graves Silver. Look how beautiful that is. That is getting used to the tree fern fiber rooting substrate as well. Then we got this very unique hoya. This is an elliptica black petiole. I haven't really seen too much of a black petiole per se, but it does have a dark petiole. And I was sent these little charms, so I put one on one of my favorite ones that she sent me, this elliptica, because this has the capability of becoming a really neat hoya. She said she was really sorry for the two that had the damage on them, and I said, oh, that ain't no big deal, because you know what, that will grow a stem, and then you'll be able to take cuttings from that, and won't nobody know that it had some light damage, light burn on it. Here's some of my hanhei, which got a little bent up. They look like they're doing good. Look like they're doing good in this substrate. So there's even a root right there. A root right there. So got to be careful about that. These are some cuttings of verticillata heartleaf splash I took. So trying to get them to root. Then I took cuttings of this Lacanosa laus. This I also got in a cuttings basket in a trade. So look at those beautiful leaves. They're splashy, they're long. So I cut that up into cuttings too, and so far they seem to be doing well. This is my spectacis, I can't say it. I'm going to put it on the screen. But look at those. I got 3 nodes, and I cut one and left 2 together. And I'm hoping for the best with rooting. I don't see any roots quite yet, but of course it's too early to see. But look at those. They look like they're rooting well. Just a couple more weeks and we'll see some new root progress on those. And this is my species affinity serpens, or my Zhaoji 001. I got a little cutting of a serpens, or an affinity serpens, and I decided to go ahead and cut it into cuttings and see what my luck would be like that. It's living in the tent right now, so we'll see how that does. And I'm going to go ahead and start putting these back up, because that's the end, except for one more. And that one more is the Solowesiana. But the Solowesiana isn't normal because, okay, sorry about that. We had a little battery dead issue. But the only plant left is this Solowesiana. But what it did was, when in the prop tent, instead of growing Solowesiana leaves, it grew all of these really short, really tiny leaves. So, can't really sell that when it's growing these little tiny leaves. So he just kind of stays in the prop bin. So now it's time to go ahead and pack back up the prop bin again. I will try to put up the plants that I want to keep an eye on the outside, so they can be easily reached. I will go ahead and do the watering of the cabinet a little later. There's only a few left that have to get watered still. Most of them got watered when I took out all the plants to spray them for mites. What I also did was I took pictures of all my plants as I put them back in, which is the reason you didn't see a whole total video of me spraying with mites and bringing them back inside and me putting them back up in my shelves. The reason being is there was no video. It took me 2 days to do it. So I'm hoping that a little bit later, once my son gets up, he will fill up my watering can. I will finish watering this cabinet, and this one behind me. There's only a few to water. I did the majority of them. So that's on top for plans for today. Let's see if we can think of anything interesting to do today. I have a list of things to do. So let's look at that list and go. All right. See you in a little bit.
Didn't think I'd come this far. some point I stopped counting the minutes, the days, the months. Everything blurred so softly. Ooh, I think I see the clearing. Ooh, just up ahead a little, more ways to go, it's almost the end. Made it this far, just round the bend. Ooh, I think I see the clearing. Ooh, just up ahead a little, more ways to go, it's almost the end. Made it this far, just round the bend. Ooh, I think I see the clearing. Ooh, just up ahead a little, more ways to go, it's almost the end. Made it this far, just round the bend. Ooh, I think I see the clearing. Ooh, just up ahead a little, more ways to go, it's almost the end. Made it this far, just round the bend. Ooh, I think I see the clearing. Every little thing adds up, even when it's subconscious. And taking our steps enough to get to where we're going. Ooh, I think I see the clearing. Ooh, just stop ahead a little, more ways to go, it's almost the end. Made it this far, just round the bend. Ooh, I think I see the clearing. I think I see the clearing. Ooh, just up ahead a little, more ways to go, it's almost the end. Made it this far, just round the bend. Ooh, I think I see the clearing.
Hi there, Michelle here. I'm bumping on real fast to do a little outro to say hey. I wanted to thank you if you watched this video to the clear end. I wanted to say I really appreciate it. This video took about 3 weeks from start to finish to go ahead and make. I wanted to say everything was a success. Here is my leg. Surgery was a success. I am unfortunately in a full leg brace for the next 4 to 6 weeks, depending. But I feel good. I feel pretty good. I am in physical therapy and have good range of motion. But I also have my video editing computer here. I wanted to say thank you so much if you switched over from the old channel to the new channel. That means a lot to me. This is the first video. I know it's going to get about 5 views, but I really appreciate it for you sticking with me and switching over. And
this is the first of many new videos, and that's about all I needed to say. So have a great day, and thanks again for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.